Welcome to my YouTube channel. So if you are new into my channel and this is your first time that you see my videos, please don't forget to subscribe and also like and comment so that you can get notified when I upload my new videos. So push the bell on the notification and let's start with this video. So what we're talking about for tonight is all about mindset.
Okay, so everything that you do has to do with your mind. It starts with your mind, especially if it's something that requires a little bit more effort from you, from your body, from your mind. That's why a lot of coaches in health and wellness, they always start with your mind. It's not just enough to cut on specific foods, but you have to understand why you have to do it, because otherwise you're just wasting time. In business, I don't know who is watching this, and if you're in business, you need to understand why you're doing what you're doing, why it's important that you do what you're doing, and why it's important to follow specific steps, why it's important to work on your self-development. Because if you're just doing it because others are doing it or because someone is telling you to do it, it won't work on a long term. Okay, you really, really have to reset your mind. Really, really, it's really important.
Okay, can you give us some tips on how to reset the minds?
Well, for example, when I started in the online business, just for example, I started reading things related not just online, but books that were recommended to me. And sometimes it's not just about the new things that you are learning, but it's the way that you are receiving them now. It's like you're in a different place. So I start reading, learning new things, and actually letting other things sink in the way that they didn't sink in before. Some pretty obvious things, but before they didn't make sense. Second, it's very important how you start your day. All of your days, not just try something today and then doesn't work, I'll leave it. It's very important what you have around you. That's why I always say surroundings are very important. Sometimes you don't even notice how bad an environment can be for you. It's really important that you put things into paper. A lot of people don't understand that. Why do I need to write? Because I have everything here. But it's not just about you forgetting or not, but it's about you giving power to it. Actually, it helps you get clarity, on what you want. Clarity about what is that you want to achieve, and actually makes sense, because if you don't actually see it, you don't acknowledge it, you don't actually acknowledge it. So what are you going to do if you're not acknowledging something? It's like when you have a bad feeling inside of you, you don't acknowledge it. What I do, and it's you need to understand it's a process. It's not something that you, like a medicine you start taking today and it will be all different tomorrow. No, it's a process. You always have to work on yourself. What I do, I make a lot of lists. I try to read a lot. I try to surround myself with things that actually are getting me closer to where I want to be, to the things that I want to achieve, to the place that I want to achieve. And how can I say this? If you don't actually make a plan, and I'm not just talking about numbers and signups and sales and all of that, but even the small things in your life, if you don't make a plan, you don't get there, because you don't know where you want to get. Okay, all of these little things that you have to work every single day, okay, you will start seeing a difference. All of these little things, you'll realize that you're actually thinking in a different way. Okay, then you will look back 1 year or 6 months and you will know that you actually changed. Tips, it depends on kind of person you are, how disciplined you are, the kind of schedule that you have, your circumstances. I don't know. What are your tips, Maria?
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Doing a mindset reset is not an event or the process. Really, it's really a long process. So if you follow the process, I know it's hard to follow the process, but if you really wanted to set your default mind, it takes a long time and it takes a process. So like I said, is write down your limiting beliefs so that you can take each limiting beliefs for you to change it.
What happens sometimes is that we don't even know that we have those limiting beliefs. So what I've learned, and it actually helped me a lot a few months ago, is when you're writing your limiting beliefs and the things that stop you from, they make you stop believing in yourself, is when you don't identify your limiting beliefs, but the only thing that you know is that you get anxious when you start thinking about doing something that you don't know, something that you think that you won't be good at. You get anxious, you get nervous, you get start making all of those excuses not to do it. You get anxious and you get sometimes panic. And what I learned is that you need to discover what is it that is triggering you. That's how you're going to get to those limiting beliefs that Marie is talking about. Okay, so, and again, it's good that you write them down every time something like this happens. You need to go back and think, what is it that is triggering that reaction? Because there's always something on the back of our head, on our memory, on something that we were taught when we were kids, something that happened before, like Maria said, in a previous relationship, and something that is triggering you to think that this time it's going to happen again, or it's going to be this and that. So if you cannot identify your limiting beliefs, at least try and figure out what is triggering you to feel this particular way, and that way you will get to your limiting beliefs. And if you write things down, again, they will get more power. Okay, and you actually start working on them one by one.